Hi Roses, I'm Rosie the reader and Roses are read. Like this video if you're subscribed and subscribe if you're not subscribed, then watch the playlist. Spirit, what's the word for our red roses? Magic powers you haven't tapped into yet. What's the word? Objective. Something needs to be viewed objectively when it comes to these magical powers. Maybe something about whether or not it's magical. Is it truly magic, or is it something that you've just studied and learned and practiced and gotten better at? Because that's what I feel like there's something objective about this. Like to stand away from this situation. It's not art, I'm hearing. Like, I don't know, like there really is a right and a wrong to this. Doing it right is what makes it magical. Just like chemistry. You have empathizing with someone's energy. There's a right and a wrong to it. Maybe this is what you learned. I'm seeing aimless, funny. Maybe this is what you learned. To empathize in a way that so that you can understand where a person is coming from, but it doesn't change you, and you know that it's not you. Someone might have said it's not your thoughts. And you realize that you could be having thoughts that aren't your own. Whoever's going through that is the beginning of a new journey. Feeling sad, but also I feel like you already knew. You just might have went on a journey that wasn't really meant for you. Magic powers you haven't tapped into yet. Because I feel like you already knew that your thoughts are your thoughts. I feel like you have a very strong mind. But you might have went on a journey of insanity, exercising what other people go through when they have thoughts that don't belong to them. You just learned something that really you weren't really supposed to find out. Now this snowman looks like it's holding up an axe right across from me, the neighbors. You have vain here. Doing something in vain. Is that a shovel? It just looks so threatening every time I look at it. Doing something in vain. Maybe that journey was in vain because it wasn't for you. Whoever's resonating with this or whatever this is for. Somebody went on a journey to discover something based on a lie, like based on a lie that you were incompetent or incapable. It feels like someone was trying to shut you down or shut you up by throwing lies on you. And you might have internalized those lies, or you even like danced around those lies, but you never internalized it. And that was the journey. Okay, so it wasn't really in vain, but it feels like it might have been in vain because it wasn't. The lessons are not yours. It's like someone, I don't know if blackface is the answer, but like someone who's living like someone else, but they lived this way their whole life, or someone in a fat suit. But blackface is not like a fat suit. Someone who's in an identity. I'm not going to say trans, but what would an example like you? Whatever your story is, that's what I'm feeling. Bossy, like someone really tried to control you. That was their intention. Ultimately, they wanted control over your center. And that was ultimately the journey of navigating away from this person trying to pry into your life. They try to expose you in a way to make you vulnerable, like you were weak and you had no choice but to listen to them. That got stronger because they never had access to you. Because everything they said was a lie, and lies don't suddenly become the truth just because you believe it. But I also don't feel like you believed it. I just feel like your mind has, over the last few years, has gotten so strong because of these games that people play with you. But your truth is still truth. And you're about to link up with your soul tribe. Very powerful group. Magic you have not tapped into yet is your group. I feel like you haven't tapped into this group. Your network. This is the money you have. These are the skills you have. It's like, what's the worth to you? They're around. I feel like you're tapping in. And it's powerful. because you're still a good person, so you still have so many options. Like, you're still part of the world, you're still part of the economy, and everything that you know, that you experience, is so valuable. What do you want? What do you want for this? That's what I'm seeing her say. Like, what is it worth to you? The ability to not go insane, even though people are putting pressure on you to stay strong. It's almost like a drug, but it's like a medicine. This is a businesswoman. Like how Ozempic is to diabetics. I'm not even talking about the way they exploit the drug. I'm talking about the drug. But you know what? It's not just about the people who really need it. It's about the people who can make money off of it. This is a business after all. So you might be the one who, like, is like, I'm just going to use Ozempic, but I don't want to really date this reading because who knows what happens with that. But just like, say like there's a drug or a medicine that people need, the cure for cancer or something, you discovered it. Are you giving it to the people who are sick and need it, or are you giving it to the companies who are going to be mass producing it and distributing it? You're going to give it to the companies. And that's the soul tribe I'm talking about, because I feel like you already tried to help. You already went underground and like, look, I've got the cure for your sickness. This is all you have to do, accept Jesus. End of story. It's not no secret. But it's magic. It's very powerful, and they don't accept it. They refuse it. They rather go to the doctor and get a medication and get a prescription. So you're going to make a lot more money because now you're linking up with the doctors, and this is all a metaphor, but now you're linking up with a much higher echelon of people who value you, because you're literally valuable. But people who don't value themselves, they were never willing to accept your cure. Knight of Grains. You've been working really hard. You work for these people and you didn't get paid nothing. But because you're moving up so high in hierarchy, these new set of bosses, they're going to pay you so much more than the people who actually need it. And it don't even matter what they end up doing. They might not even end up giving this medicine to the people that need it. I'm just saying, I'm reading the cards, and it's not about, it's objective. It's not about subjective feelings, whether this is right or wrong. You have a decision to make. Everything is vain. Nothing is new under the sun. Maybe you end up giving a baby to the woman that wants the baby, the woman that will rather destroy everything just to have what they want. Maybe this person will do more for it, even though the true mother is the one who ends up giving up. I don't know, you read the story the way you read it, but I feel like you tried to do the right thing and they took advantage of you. They didn't trust you. They say you were too young and inexperienced, but they needed you more than they realized. I feel like they rejected you, and so now you're going to their bosses and their bosses. You're going straight to God, and God is rewarding you in heaven. People don't really take that seriously, that their reward is in heaven. A lot of people don't take it seriously, but I feel like you do. And you know that having a mindset in heaven gives you all access to this entire universe. You never have to ask another question. Illusion, dependency, materialism, and this is the ego. Of course the ego comes out because this is very devilish energy. A lot of people do, once you get to this height, they're like, okay, that's Satan. Ain't no way you can rise up to those heights in such a short period of time. Now they're calling you the devil. Now they're ready to crucify you. Yeah, that's how it goes. And so some people who keep moving forward after this is like, okay, well, you made a sacrifice, you made a deal with the devil, yada yada. I'm not reading into the energy, but the devil card did come out, and this energy is getting very high. Like the intensity, the power. Yeah, like I feel like someone is just tapping into this new power, and you're being shown different things like that you would not have allowed yourself to accept. And then you have release. This is the death card. Endings, transformation, freedom. So I don't know, I feel like it's release. Right now you're releasing the responsibility of being somebody's bad guy just because they don't like you. It's time to change your thoughts. Yeah, change your thoughts to something new, something that benefits you. If it's benefiting your haters and people that don't want to see you shine, that's not your law anymore. It's time to move on to something that serves you. Then you have King of Water. It could be a new lover, someone who's serving you, someone who feels like they're indebted to you, they're enslaved by you. I won't read into that energy, but that's the energy I'm getting. Like someone saying they're a slave for you. I don't know. Whatever they're getting out of it, there's a choice that they're making. It's up to you if you want to agree to this type of situation, this relationship, because nothing comes for free. But this person is saying that they want to give you their whole heart and follow you, and that they respect you. What I'm really getting from this is that they want to steal your position. A lot of times they're gonna try to guilt trip you into saying, well, you were really willing to exploit me, so that's why I have to steal this crown from you, or something like that. At some point they want to switch roles and trade places. They want to be on top of you and feel like they could do what they could do to you what you were about to them. That's all. They can do to you what you were about to do to them, and that's the only reason they were willing to put themselves in this vulnerable position. Okay, so just be aware of that. That as you tap into these powers, there's going to be somebody right beside you that's going to try and snatch it away from you. But I feel like you're smart enough to avoid that. Don't get too greedy. This is the ego that came out, the devil card that come out, and I won't ignore it because I'm just not into the devil's energy. Whenever it feels like you're getting so high that you're better than God and you could do this on your own, you just, then it's time to back down a little bit. And that's when I feel like this person is like, oh, okay, so she thinks she's all that. Let me go and snatch this blessing out of her hand. But it's all God ultimately. It could just be a test. In any case, that's the energy that I have. If that's something you're resonating with, like, share, comment, subscribe, and watch the playlist because there's more energy there that you might be resonating with. And I'll see you in the next one.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Yo. Let's go to the beach.